Special question for you. Do you ever just want your high level to work by itself? And I'm talking about that it could think, analyze, and take actions for you. So today I'm going to show you how to connect Manus Agent to your high level account. And we're not just talking about AI chatbot anymore. We're talking about Manus Agent that can build connection through the MCP connection with high level. So this is not just another integration. Once it is connected, Manus can have access to your contacts, conversation pipelines, workflow, and so much more. Things like pulling live data, analyzing the records, tagging contact, executing workflow, and a lot of those things can be done by Manus Agent. So in this walkthrough, I will show you how to connect your Manus Agent using PIT, which means Private Integration Tokens, how to configure the MCP server, how to test the connection, security consideration, and who should and should not be using this integration. So if you're managing your high level and it's taking you so much time, then this video is the right video for you because I'm going to teach you how to automate your process. Okay, so first things first, if you don't know what an MCP server is, it's basically an integration that lets you connect applications to high level so that it can have access to your sub account and help you automate or add more features into your account. So if you don't know how to get into here, this is the high level support for portal. So if you don't know how to get into this at the moment, all you had to do is go into your Google, type in help.go high level level.com and it will send you straight to the support portal where you can search the terms over here. So in this case, I'm going to explain to you what an MCP server is. So you can look up MCP and it will show you that all of the documents pertaining to the MCP. So this one is it. So we have this one over here. So what is an MCP server? So like I mentioned earlier, it's just an integration that lets you connect application like AI agent to help you manage your account. These agents can now read and write data from your account so they can access the contacts, the details, and everything else in there. And we currently have 36 tools available at the moment that your AI agent can get access to and work with. So you can see that list over here, and some of this list is what we're giving to the Manus agent. Okay, so now that we have that cleared out, let's go over here to our sub account. So in high level, we want to make a private integration token, so that will let us connect our Manus AI agent into high level. So once you're in your sub account, click settings and go over here to private integration under the settings. And now you can see, okay, so now we are in our private integration. So what you want to do here is to create new integration. Once you click that, it will ask you for the basic information of the integration that you want to give access to that AI agent that you're connecting. So I'm going to name this Manus Agent, and you can add a description for this. So I'm going to say here, demo. Now, when you hit next over here, when you hit next, it will ask you for the scope. And based on the list that we have here, these are currently the scopes that we can give access to the AI agent. So depending on what you want the agent to do for you, you can enable those feature only, or you can enable all of them. But you need to be wary of what you're enabling because the AI agent can read and write this feature in your high level sub account. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the scope over here, and you can see all of this scope right here. So let's say this Manus agent, I wanted to be able to only view the businesses that I have and not edit them. So I can click view only so that Manus can create can analyze and create a report, but never ever edit those businesses. So let's say I want to do that. and just give it a read only access, then I'm gonna click read only. But and let's say I want this AI agent to write an emails for me. So I'm gonna scroll over here and I'm going to look up for, or actually let's search for it so it's faster, email. So you can see different type of emails access over here. So we can give that the read only access to the templates and the scheduled emails, or we can have them create, update, or delete the email templates that we have. So if you want help with Manus Agent to create the templates or emails for you, then you can give them access to this one. And let's say I wanted to also do my blogs for me. So you have different options as well. So if you want the Manus Agent to list to read only the list of blogs that you have already posted or scheduled, you can give them access here, or you can select all of them, but it's uh read only, blog post read access only, and let's type in blog again. Or if you want the Manus agent to create blog for you, you can enable that. Create blog, update blog, check blog post slug, so I can double check that for you, categories and others. So let's say I'm happy with that, but you can add more or you can enable all of them like we mentioned earlier. But n- I highly recommend that you never give access to your agent to edit your users, because then it will be able to remove user. It can even remove you as a user into your sub account. So I highly suggest when you see this red flag to think it over if you want to give access to AI agents on these areas. So let's say I want to also have it to do my social media, edit social media posts, social media account, edit. So I'm not gonna give it access to edit my social media accounts because I don't want it to be removing or updating any social media accounts that we already have inside. Social media CSV on the social planner, and then read. So when we give them the read only, it means it's view only, like I mentioned earlier. But when we give them the write access, they can both read. So we already have a read and write. So they can both read and write at the same time. So they can see what's already in there and they can write new ones if you don't want to, let's say, don't want to duplicate social media posts. They know if we already have that kind of post in there. Statistics read only. View. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with that. I'm gonna hit create. So it's gonna give you, okay, so once you click the create button, it's gonna give you your uh, API code in here that you are going to attach into your Manus agent. So I'm gonna copy it. Okay, so now that you're gonna have to log into your Manus account and go over here to settings. And over here in the settings, go to connectors. So this is where we are going to connect our MCP server with the Manus. So once you're in connector, click add connectors and you will see here all of the apps that we can connect and integrate with Manus agent. And there's a lot of them in here, but not high level or lead connectors. So we're going to have to use custom MCP. So go over here to custom MCP and add a custom MCP. So we're going to do direct configuration because we don't have the JSON, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So click direct configuration and this is what it's going to show you. So server name, I'm going to name this high level MCP or CG. So that's the sub account that we're using. You can add an icon on here or you can just leave it as is. And the transport type is we're going to leave it as HTTP. Now, for notes, you can add notes in here as well, or as long as you see that it's optional, you don't really have to do it. But the important thing here is the server URL and the custom header. Now, how do we get the server URL? So you're gonna have to go back to the help docs because it's in here, and scroll down a little bit, and you will see over here under the example tool call, you will see this URL. So this is going to be our server URL. Okay, so I'm going to copy this between the quotation marks. So make sure you don't include the quotation mark. I'm going back to my Manus account and paste in that server URL. Now I'm going to add the custom header. So we're going to be doing two headers at this point. So first one is for the authorization. Authorization. So why do we have the authorization? So the authorization header is what is being sent to HighLevel, just letting know the system that, hey, I am allowed to access your tool. And also we need to put in here bearer and space before we add our private integration token. So this sends them the HighLevel MCP tells them that I have access, I am allowed to access your tools because I have this private integration token. And now make sure that you have a space between the bearer and your PIT, your private integration token. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my token in here. So you have the token over here after the bearer, and we need to add another custom header, and this one is going to be location ID. So this tells the HighLevel which sub account we're accessing. So where do you get your location ID? So in your sub account, go to settings, and under the business profile, you will see the business ID over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that location ID and go back to Manus and paste that in. And once you configured all this, we're gonna go ahead and click save. And now you will see your HighLevel MCP connected over here. So the next part is to test it out if it's working properly. So now, how do we try it out? So when you click this over here, you will see an option to try it out. So when we click this, it will open up a Manus chat over here would help me test my HighLevel MCP connector and show me how to use its feature. So I'm going to give it a free, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to hit send, and it will go back to us with what it can do. So it is working. So depending on what you gave it access to, it's actually doing so much more than an OpenAI integration, because in Manus, this is an AI agent, so it can interact with your system itself. So it can manage the contact, the blog post, the emails, whatever it is that it is given access to. And you can see here live that it's testing it out, all of the features that it was given access to. And it's testing some other features as well. As you can see here, can't access conversation data or social media stats without a valid token, because we did not give it a token to access that specific feature. Okay, so once it's done fetching all of the features and access that it has, it will give you this brief of what it can do. And you can see over here the details that Manus is providing you. So it knows what access it is allowed to do, like social media management. It can create, edit, and schedule, but it cannot interact with the accounts inside in it, because I don't want it to be able to remove, update, or do anything with the account that is connected into that specific um, sub account. And it can do the conversation management and so on, and so much more, depending on what you gave access to when we were doing the scopes in HighLevel private integration. And so on and so forth. And these are all of the things that it can do. So now we know that the Manus agent is working just fine. So let's test it one more time. So I'm going to ask this to give me a list of contacts that start with my name, Julian, because I know I have a test contact in here. So let's see if I can pull up. All right, so now it was able to pull up this information about me. And I'm going to ask this to tag all contacts start all of this contact that start with Julian's first name as test contact. So now I'm asking it to tag that. And it can do so much more than just finding tagging. You can ask it to qualify, if you give it access to the conversation, read access to the conversation, it can qualify the leads if they are qualified lead, hot leads, or any type of leads, and you can have it list down all of those leads. So there is no such limit as onto the capability that Manus Agent can do for you as long as you give it access to. Like for example, this one, I have successfully test contact. So let's open one in HighLevel to see if it actually works and if it's actually tagged as test contact. Okay, so let's open one over here. And as you can see, it now have the test contact added into it because the Manus agent already added that in. You can do so much more. You can have it write blog posts, schedule blog posts, create social media account. And if you add more connectors into it, let's say you do Hagen and other stuff like that, you can even ask it to create an AI avatar of yourself, but that will be for another tutorial video that I can provide with you guys. But before we go any further, let's go over the security of having Manus Agent access your contact, your sub account. So we can actually ask Manus what are the security risks that we should be concerned of with this type of connection. So I'm going to ask it, what privacy and security should I be concerned of having Manus inside my shell account? So I'm going to send it over and Manus will give us all the privacy and security risks. That's why I told you earlier, when you're doing the scope, don't just select all of them. Make sure that you know what you want this AI agent to do for you and you know exactly what type of scopes and features it has access to because it's very powerful. It's a great tool and very powerful, but at the same time, it is a software and it doesn't have it's not a human that can think if it's a right or wrong. It's just gonna follow your lead and it might even do some mistakes because AI hallucinates at some because AI hallucinates from time to time. So we want to be very careful to what we're giving it access to. So these are some of them: granular permission, data categories like contact, conversation, social media. So this is the only part that I gave it access to that have been permitted. If a scope like contacts read only is granted, managed can be contacts, cannot modify them. So this is what I told you earlier. If you want the manage to analyze but does not be able to update anything on that specific feature like the contacts, you can give them read only access. So that is fine. And the integration with OAuth does not store your broad HL password, instead open boundary scatter, so on and so forth. So you can ask that based on the integration that you gave it access to, you can ask it to um, do an audit of the privacy and security that you should be concerned of, and then you can update your scope or the integration that you have with Manus and HighLevel. So if this walkthrough helped you understand how MCP connection works, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up so that you can get notified on the new video that we will be posting out soon. I will be breaking down more advanced use cases, automation strategies, and real implementation examples on my future videos. And if you want hands-on support, you have any question, we do have a free community, which is our Renew Growing Collective, where we do weekly live training about tech, AI, marketing, and we will help you scale your business or start new stream of income inside. So I'll see you in the next video. And if you have any question, reach out to me in my community. It's free to join.